What was it about that '85 team that just made you guys so special?
Well, first of all, I think we were more than a team. I think we were a family, because it's interesting because the '86 team broke some records, but we didn't accomplish what we did in '85. And I think the big reason was we kind of lost that family spirit, that family feeling. And then secondly, with the great personalities. You know, starting off with your dad. I mean, you know, Walter was a tremendous personality, and you go right down the line with William Perry and Dan Hampton and Mike Singletary and Richard Dent and Otis Wilson. I mean, just we had so many great personalities. You know, led basically by Coach Ditka.
No, and that's the thing. In teams today, you see there may be one guy that stands out. You have your Clinton Portises or your T.O.s. But with your team, it seemed like everyone just had such a great personality that stood out. Do you think that made you guys more successful on the field as well?
I think so, because, you know, the guys, you know, I guess the best way to put it is what Jimmy Johnson said about the Cowboys. You know, if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, and that's what our guys did. I mean, everything from the Super Bowl Shuffle. I mean, that was where we were talking the talk, so we had to walk the walk, and I think that was the biggest thing. And I do think the personalities helped us on the field.
Definitely. Now, there were so many weapons on that team, both on offense and defense. It was ridiculous. Who would you say was your strongest weapon?
Oh, wow.
Put you on the spot there.
Oh, big spot. I think one thing that you always have to point to, and now being a defensive coordinator, is you always got to talk about the running game. You know, with Walter running the ball, the O-line blocking, you know, the wide receivers blocking, the tight ends blocking. I would say if you talked about our offense, you would have to talk about the running game first. Defensively, I mean, it's hard to pick one individual, though. It really stood out because we had so many great ones. I mean, you know, Otis had a career year. Dan Hampton had a career year. Singletary. I mean, there were so many great players. It's hard to say. I mean, yeah, don't put me on the spot. You're killing me.
Well, talk to me a little bit about San Diego and how things are going for you out there.
Very well. You know, I had an opportunity to take over this season, past season, and we played very well down the stretch, got into the playoffs, and we were able to win a playoff game. I think right now we're a team that could be poised if we can make a couple of good moves and acquire a couple of players and have them develop. I think we have a chance. You know, I think we've done a great job using the guys we have, and you know, if we can add a player or two in key situations, I think we as a team could make some noise.
So you think you're going to be a playoff caliber team again this year?
I think we can be. I really do. I mean, again, you know, we're right now in the throes of getting ready for the college draft. We just got done with free agency, or we're right in the middle of free agency as well, and we're getting ready for our first mini camp. So I think as the off season progresses, we'll get an even better feel. But I think we have an opportunity.
Going into the draft, what positions do you think you're looking at that are going to be key positions that you need to add to the team just to make you guys that much better?
Well, you know, I think because we're a pretty veteran team right now. You know, you could say, oh, well, as we look at these positions, we've got to decide, do we want immediate impact, or are we really looking for depth? And so, you know, once we start the college draft meetings, which are, 3 weeks away, we'll have a better sense for what positions we have to go out and try and fulfill.
Now, obviously, you also being part of the Bears and talking about the '09 Bears this year, what do you think it's going to take for them to get back to being a Super Bowl caliber team?
Well, I think they just, you know, they got to have some things fall their way. I thought they were a very good team last year, some really good things. The one thing I really liked was they ran the ball like they did the year we went to the Super Bowl in '06. I think that was real important. They got to running the ball and really became an explosive team, because now it opens up the passing. Defensively, you know, they just got to have a break or two. Again, this was a team that finished 9-7, had an opportunity to get in the playoffs, and I think if they just sustain it and improve, they're a very formidable team this year.